Hey everybody, I just wanted to send something out real quick. I am a lover of Seesaw through digital learning. I love a lot of the things that it has. So there have new features. One of the things I love about Seesaw is they're always updating it, making it better, and adding new things. And I was working on some stuff this week that I discovered there's new features. And some of you have probably already discovered these things, but if you haven't, or you don't work with it, or just say you're planned up for a while, so you haven't been creating anything, I just wanted to show you some really cool new features that Seesaw has added in for us to create our activities. I'm really excited about these. So I'm just going to go right on into my activity library, and I'm just going to create a new activity. And I'm going to skip all of this for right now, and I'm just going to go straight over to our template, and I'm just going to go to drawing and making one from scratch, though you could always put something else in there. So I just want to briefly tell you some of these new features that they have if you're creating Seesaw, using Seesaw, even if you purchase Seesaw stuff and you need to add your own unique stuff into it. They have new features called voice. What? Voice. Okay, so it used to be you had to make a whole separate page to do this whole recording, and I have a YouTube video on how you can do that. But they've actually embedded this feature, and I'm like, that is less work for me. It's great. So let's just say you add in some text and you're doing a sorting project and you want to put like words that you want your students to move. So I don't know, maybe you want them to label the vocabulary of an addition problem. So first I'm going to put in my addition problem, which is going to be like 8 plus 2 equals 10. Okay, here's my addition problem. I'm not going to make this super pretty, guys. This is just real quick to show you guys. You put your directions in, label the vocabulary for the, I can't even think right now, y'all. I'm so excited. Sorry. Addition sentence. So here's your directions, something real simple. You've been working on, math vocabulary. Okay, I have to make this a little kind of not pretty, I guess. I got to do something here. So here's my directions. I need to lock those in place. Do I simply want to lock the size, or do I want to lock the whole thing? New feature under lock. I'm going to lock the whole thing. I don't want my students to do anything with this. And so here's my addition sentence. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so they can label it. If you want to get real fancy, you could put like little arrows pointing to the different places, however you want to do it. I'm going to change the style on that as well. And now I want to put in, oh, you know what? I want to lock this whole thing. Don't want my students moving this around, so I'm going to lock the whole thing. But what about the vocabulary that they're going to label it with? Well, we have add in. And let's shrink this down a little bit. We know that there's 2 add-ins. But what if my students are really young and they don't know how to read the word, but they know it, but maybe they can't read it? I can add a voice. I can either upload audio that I have, or I can record my voice to this movable object or any other object. Add in. Hit the check mark. What? It's right there. So if my kids are like, I forgot what it is, they just hit this. Add in. It tells them what it is. And now I want it to be a movable piece, so I'm going to lock just the size. I'm not going to lock the whole thing. They can still move it. It just means, oops, they can't stretch it out and make it bigger. So I can make all of the vocabulary for this. I'm going to unlock it real quick just because, there's 2 add-ins in this problem. I'm going to duplicate it. Oh, look, when I duplicate, it keeps the voice. I don't have to do the extra work. I'm going to lock the size of it. I'm going to lock the size of this one. How awesome is that? So those are some new tools. You can still have movable objects, but sometimes the kids accidentally stretch them or make them small or flip them. So you can actually lock the size without locking the whole object so it's still movable. And if you need to add your voice to help your students and you don't want to record 50 million things in the caption, that it's lost. If I recorded all of this in the caption, then they'd be like, what? I'm still confused. It's right there. So here's just some new little things that you can use in Seesaw. I just wanted to share those with you. I hope you enjoy them. These new features. Remember, Seesaw's always adding new features. Send them messages. Let them know what you want. They really do listen, and that's why I love this platform. But how great is this that you can customize it and you can put in voice with certain parts of the activities that you're making for things that you're doing. So you can use this in so many ways. And I just wanted to share this new feature that they have. And I hope you enjoy using it as much as me. I'm already thinking of a million things I can create just because I want to use these new features. So enjoy. Uh, Comment below. Let me know, how are you using this? What kind of activities are you using it on? See you guys later.